almost fought two guys over the same chick. Junior year of college, we're heading into Halloween weekend. I think it was a Tuesday, Wednesday. It's a dead weeknight, and I'll be honest, I just have this bad decision that I'm going to go hook up with this chick. This chick had been DMing me. She was a regular around our fraternity. I'm like, you know what, screw it. Go to this chick's house, and afterwards, she just starts implying that we're dating. Like, telling me things like, I could get used to this. I can't wait to tell everyone. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I did not come over here to date anybody. That is not what my plan was. I apologize if you did not understand that, but the way you were talking made me think that this was just a hookup and we're done and over afterwards. I bail that night. I say I have an exam to study for and bounce. She continued to kind of text me and try to hit me up. This is not what I was planning on doing. That weekend, we have a Halloween party at our college party house. My buddy Tex, we dress as the Wedding Crashers.
Hope you flip your bike over and knock your two front teeth out, you selfish son of a bitch.
If you don't know what the Wedding Crashers are, you need to culture yourself in comedy movies, one of the greatest movie dialogues of all time. Our party's going well. We're having a good time. This chick and her friend show up, the chick that I had hooked up with 3 or 4 days prior. I'm like, shit, man. She was kind of eyeballing me, making that awkward eye contact. I'm like, I just got to keep moving forward with my night. So me and my buddy Sean, we were drinking behind the bar, and I start flirting with this other chick who was very good friends with Tex. Now, they really were just good friends, nothing more than that. We had been drinking quite a bit. We start flirting, and now, I didn't know this at the time. Tex was already pissed at me because I was supposed to be helping him work the bar, and I was just flirting with this chick the whole time. So he was not happy with Sean and I going into the peak of the night. At one point, this girl's like, man, I gotta go to the restroom, but there's a huge line. I'm like, this is our house. I'll get you in. So I would walk upstairs. There's like a line of like 10 people, and I'm just like, go on in. She's got to go. And they let her cut for some reason. It wasn't even my house at the time. And they're like, yeah, that's fine. She cut the line. She comes out. Right as she comes out of the bathroom, the chick that I had hooked up with that was still into me when I wasn't starts walking up the stairs. We make eye contact. I'm like, you know what? I just need to send a very clear message. So I turn around and start making out with this girl that I had been flirting with all night. Just to make the point very clear. Like, that was a one-time thing. Not that that's a good thing, but it's what happened. So I'm making out with this other girl. That chick runs downstairs. Very next person to come up the stairs at the house is Tex. He's furious. I can't believe you used my friend. He starts screaming at me. I'm like, whoa, this was a mutual thing. And he's like, what the fuck, Tom? He's all pissed off at me. Now, again, Tex is blacked out at this point. Tex to this day does not remember the story, and that's fine. No big deal. But at the time, I'm like, whoa, this was mutual. Like, you're fucking yelling at me. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? What are you getting pissed about? My other buddy kind of breaks up the situation because Tex turned around and tried to swing on me. I'm like, you're going to fucking punch me over a chick? Are you fucking kidding me? And the argument kind of took off into the backyard. We're screaming at each other. And the chick was acting weird. I didn't think anything of it, but once Tex caught it happening, the chick was acting a little weird. When I went back inside, she was gone. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought we were having a good night. I'm pissed now. My best friend's pissed at me, swung on me. I was so mad at him after that. Now, again, granted, he was mad at me before, but we were mutually mad at each other at that point. And our other buddy stepped in and was like, you know what, Tom, just leave. He's blacked out. You're drunk. Just leave. I'm like, fine, it's fine. It's fucking bullshit, but that's fine. So I'm pissed off now because none of my friends are going to the bar. And the chick that I was going to continue my night with is gone. So I'm like, fuck this. So as I'm walking down the street, I get a text from my buddy Kyle. Tom, did you make out with so-and-so? Yeah. She's dating this other guy. Well, shit. The other guy wasn't in our fraternity, but was an acquaintance of the group. I had no bad blood with him. As I'm texting my buddy Kyle, I look over, and the dude that's apparently dating the chick I made out with, they are walking on the opposite side of the street. And he's just giving me death stares, glaring at me and shit. And she's kind of pushing him back. Little did I know they were in a very, I guess you could say, semi-toxic relationship. I'm not going to judge. I wasn't heavily in the loop, obviously, because I didn't know that she was dating him. But It's not like I forced it. Like, she was into me. It was a mutual makeout upstairs. It helped me get rid of one chick, and I was going to continue my night with her, not knowing that she had a fucking boyfriend. So, like, what the fuck, right? I mean, everybody's mad at me, and I don't even know what the fuck's going on. That was also part of why Tex was mad at me, because, again, he was very good friends with the girl. Kyle was friends with her boyfriend or hookup buddy or whatever the hell they were at the time. So it was just a sticky situation in our friend group. So I'm like sweating bullets the rest of the night. Like, great. This chick that I hooked up with earlier in the week, she's pissed at me, and all of her friends who are regulars at our fraternity are all pissed off. I've got this chick that I actually thought was pretty cool and hot that I was trying to hook up with that apparently has a fucking boyfriend who wants to beat my ass because I made out with her. My best friend's pissed at me. Another best friend is pissed at me for messing up his buddy's relationship. And I'm like, dude, and this is in my head. This is what I'm thinking. So I'm like really having a stressful night. I end up drinking by myself at the bar. Sean came later, had a couple drinks with me, and I called it a night pretty early. I was like, this is stressful shit. Next day, I went over. I got the situation straightened out with Kyle and Tex. Kyle's like, it's no big deal. Me and the girl's boyfriend ended up being cool because I was just unaware of what was going on. Tex is like, I don't really remember what happened. All I remember is I was mad that you weren't helping me serve drinks at the bar. I'm like, okay, cool. So, situation resolved. And I felt bad about the other chick, but it's one of those things. I just wasn't looking for a relationship at the time. You look back on this whole mess of a situation. It's one of those things that nobody wants to admit it, but we're all just looking for love, man. Nobody wants to admit that, but everybody just wants to be loved. And I'm not saying that hooking up with people is the right way to go about it, but it is usually a huge element of looking for love. And I don't mean just sex. I mean, at the end of the day, and maybe I'm a complete insane person, but I am looking for my soulmate. I'm looking for that person that just gets me on a lot of different levels, because true love, in my opinion, is a lot deeper than sex. Sex can be great, and it is great, but it's not physical forever. That doesn't last forever. I mean, obviously you can have sex as long as you want, but that don't mean it's going to be great every single time. Like, that is not what sustains a relationship. So that's why, again, maybe I'm a crazy person, but I truly believe that we should all be out there looking for the one, our soulmate. And again, maybe I'm crazy. I'm just coming off of a breakup myself. I just felt like at the end of the day, she wasn't the one. I don't have a further explanation than that. I just feel like when I look back on what I was doing and all the stupid shit that I was doing in college, whether I'm proud of it or it's funny or whatever, I was just looking to be loved and accepted. Again, maybe I'm wrong, but I do believe every single person out there has a soulmate. And if you find that person, hang on to that as long as you can. And I don't think love is something that just comes once. I think love is something that comes and goes. Sometimes you find the person for you for the rest of your life, but that doesn't mean you're always going to have a home run on the first up to bat. It's just one of those things. It's confusing. I don't understand it, but I also think it's part of life, because everybody, whether they admit it or not, whether it's the toxic guy that wants to stay toxic or the chick that doesn't need a man, everybody just wants to be loved and accepted. And if we could do a better job of that as a society and just being honest and open about that, I think it would make the world a much better place. Again, maybe I'm completely fucking wrong, but that would be my lesson of the day. And my fucking ring light just went out. But the point of this story is, if you're going to make out with a chick, make sure, or hook up with a chick, just make sure that you guys are on the same page on what step 2 is from there. Because sometimes they might be looking for a relationship, and sometimes they might be in one. But you got to get the channels clear, or you're going to end up in a sticky situation. Talks with Tom.
I was riding around town thinking to myself, is it gonna get easier? I'll be up in a way of the shaking, babe, but I can't even breathe no more. What's it to me? What can I see? Taking shots by the lake till I can't even breathe no more. See no more.
Check. Mic check.